that true love you have for one another. I cannot have true love for her, and she needs to go for to hairdressing. She needs to go for to do her hair.
Hatakula mapenzi.
Atakula nini? Mapenzi ndio atakula. Ya pili, the bills that needs to be paid.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Love Corner Show. I'm your host Janet Kaluki. In case you're new here, welcome to the Chat Corner. Here we share our stories and opinion regarding love, that is romantic relationship, friendship, marriage, parenthood, and everything life. And today, guys, I'm so excited about this discussion. We'll be sharing our stories around how we've handled our finances when it comes to our romantic relationship. Guys, we'd like to hear in the comment section. Please let us hear your thoughts or your stories. Yeah, we would like to hear from you guys. And without further ado, allow me to let my guest today introduce himself.
My name is Ezrah Sagini. People call me Miggy. Yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur in Malindi. I'm based in Malindi. Yeah, and I've been here for like almost, I think it's 10 years now. I love Malindi, and I've always loved to come into this Love Corner Show very much.
Welcome. And it's not the first time you're here.
I've been here, I think it's last year, but one or last year.
I remember there's an episode that we did that you were in on the show.
Yeah. I remember we did it with a couple of guys. I think there were 3 guys or 2 guys.
Do you know what we were talking about?
We were talking about the relationship.
Yeah, what men hate.
What men hate in a relationship and what... yeah, exactly. I remember.
All right, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, appreciated. I'm back again. I love to be here, and I love also to contribute much more into this show.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. So before today we are talking about how we've handled finances when it comes to our romantic relationships. So which was the longest relationship that you've been in? How long was it?
I think, well, first of all, people really hate and love. It's a 50-50 deal. But the longest relationship I've been into is the recent one. I think is now 5 years.
5 years.
5 years to be precise. And then, yeah, vitu vika happen, but still I'm holding on.
You're holding on.
I'm holding
interesting.
on. Yeah, I'm holding on.
Okay, for me, the longest I've been into 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah. So in the 5 years that you've been in your relationship, what when it came to money, what exactly did you talk about? Did you talk about bills? Did you talk about saving? Did you talk about investment?
We actually talked of, I think we talked all those things about the savings, about the savings, the bills, and also of course developments and how we need to live in general life. Yeah.
Okay. What we talked about when it came to money, we talked about bills, savings, which were basically about our family trip, which happened annually. So we would talk about how much money do we need, how much money will we need for, because mostly it was just we used to drive. So how much will we need for eating on the road? How much will we need for the fuel? How much will we need for our expenditure, where we will sleep, what we will be eating, the kind of hotel that we will maybe live in, so and so forth and so.
That is set for the holiday, right?
That is just set for the holiday. And there's a time actually we tried having like a saving, kind of a family saving, whereby we had like a pot where we would put in money. So yeah, but yeah, him being a man, he was the one who was chunking in, putting in the more money, the big.
Of course, men have to be.
He was putting in the big ones.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, for us, I think for my case, it was quite good, because we are more into more investments. You know, we need to plan to get a house. This is what kind of house this is the kind of house that we need to build. We need to have savings for the kid, because apparently the kid is 5 years old. by the way, I'm a proud dad. I really appreciate that. So we need to we were looking at the fact that there's a kid that we need to make sure that he's comfortable in a good school, because the foundation is the basic thing.
Yeah.
Then from there, okay, that's for the kid, that's school. And then investments, and okay, generally our well-being and the bills. Yeah. So the fact that she is in the banking industry, I was also in the banking industry before. Yeah, it was quite challenging, though it was really a good way of making us sharpen our mind and have that goal work together towards achieving all those goals. Yeah, and as much as we were doing so, we were more focused on the savings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you used to save together.
Yeah, we used to save together, though in separate account. As in, she had her own account. By then, we had no a joint account.
Okay.
The joint account came in when we were working on towards the kids' development. That is insurance for academic and also any health insurance and all that. So we had to open up one joint account
to cater for that.
To cater for the kids' academic and well-being. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, okay, generally me, what I know, we need to have, in real normal relationship life, we need to have like 3 basic accounts, yeah? One, I call it your personal savings account, whereby you could be in a relationship, but at the same time, you need to have your own money just in case if things go haywire, you can have your life move on, right? 2, there's a joint account, which is good because now you need to be contributing, whereby both signatures that are needed for now the major developments.
So that joint account, it's basically for running
all the bills, the welfare of the yeah, there are some bills which needs to be catered for, like, there are some those basics. And then they made maybe the third one, whereby it's your own personal account. Where I think, own personal account.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm getting is you need to have your own personal saving account.
Personal saving account.
You have the family.
The family, whereby now it caters for the basic needs, whereby both needs to sign with the major ones, and then there's one now need to be in and out of, which now you need to know how to run your own errands.
All right.
Remember, the savings had no need to be touched.
Okay.
Based on the fact that during the rough times, things may go
south.
Yeah, and then you'll be like, okay, where am I gonna start?
Okay. Anyway, I have a question. You as a man, what do you think? Do you feel like as a man you have to carry the whole financial responsibility, or since now women are as empowered as men, do you feel like a woman should also?
There is that saying where people say that my money is our money.
The man's money is our money.
Exactly. And your money is your money.
Do you believe in that?
I don't believe in that. According to what I understand, we were, let's say, this is remember, this is marriage. We're working on finances and keeping ourselves well. So I believe our money is our money. My money is your money, and it's my money, and your money is my money and your money.
So was that the case in your relationship?
Not at all. But at some level it was.
Oh, okay.
At some level it was. Let's say 70% of it was. Because I remember there's a time the bank I was working for went under receivership. I was in financial constraints. I could not be able to pay some bills. The fact that I had some business which is running now. She used to come in and she was very helpful. She was really helpful. She could cough some money, and there are things that need to be done. She used to come in and, you know what, I know you have this little, let me add it to this, and then we do something. Whereby I think is minimal case to some relationship at the moment. If you don't have money, tuachane. That's how it happens. Because in a current situation where by people be like, you know what, of course you could be dating, but if you're not showing financial help, especially to a lady,
they might
it's a rough time.
Oh, for a guy especially.
Especially to a guy is a rough time. There are very few ladies who can support that.
Support a man.
But to some extent, you know what? No, I think you need to do up your game, go look for money, and then we keep moving. Things even go south.
Oh, okay. So for me, in my relationship, the longest one, my guy is actually, is more of a traditional man,
Yeah,
a man who wants to provide for basically everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, financially, he has a bigger muscle. Yeah, and he doesn't complain about it. But at the end of the day, you find he's taking care of the big bills, and I am taking care of the minor ones, like paying the nanny, paying for the utilities, and all these small things.
Which is fantastic
Yeah.
because it's a support system whereby he needs to, it becomes, especially for a man, it becomes, how can I call it? There's a way that a man seems to perceive, like ni kama umewekwa, you see. Well, the fact that you don't have a job and maybe you used to provide, it comes to a level whereby now, because you are good and you're having that particular job and you're getting money, good money that is more than even the husband. So when you tend to help some basics, there's some ladies, it all depends now in that relationship, how have you brought up yourself into, have you rather discussed about the financial levels and how you can help each other. It reflects to be kama umewekwa, you cannot be, and you get demo anafika mahali anasema, I mean, I cannot be able to continue this way. You need, and in fact, you find someone anangangana, the husband has not gotten the job, is struggling, but kuna ile kuchoka level.
But that is a dynamic, because also, like I've said, my guy has the big muscle, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes he ends up having to having me to like also help, because you never know. Sometimes life goes up. He's the one who is up here, is able to take care of it. Some other times I'm the one who is, it's like you're becoming, it's like you're helping each other. Today it's me who is, like leading. Tomorrow it's that's a dynamic that someone has to be comfortable
but at some level
to stand on.
At some level, it all it all depends. Yeah? At some level, there where it reaches, whereby you can never know what happens tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Today you could be helping all through. Kesho ni yeye.
Yeah.
But kuna wale anafika anasema, no, I cannot. I mean, this is your responsibility and period.
But when you started off, when like you had a job, you're already taking care of these things, and then life happens. You see, that it has nothing to do with you. It's a misfortune that can happen to anyone. So what I think is, people should be more understanding and accommodating. Anyway, before I start, speaking a lot of things, I want to know, how was your mind? How did you feel on that situation whereby maybe your woman was the one who was, as a man?
To be very honest, I was disturbed. That's from the side of view that I could not even share to people. I was I was about to go to depression, but I said no, I have to be strong. Whatever the level that she's providing and things needs to be put into where they're supposed to be in terms of the billings and all that. I have to try my best and get into a level whereby I can be able to provide the money. But I was very okay. But I was trying to struggle, get away how to cover up that.
Okay, you didn't know, like we are not like very comfortable in that situation.
I remember there's a time she paid the rent where we used to stay, because I was in a situation where I could not be able to pay rent, and I said, okay, as much as you're doing it, once I get the money, I was trying to strike some deals, 1, 2, 3 here, I get the money, I give it to her, I tell her, you know what, this is for whatever that you did.
It's like now you're refunding.
No, but
it's just like
I tell her, this is just where I think you remove some money for savings and you have to do 1, 2, 3. I think you have to return this.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I want to read, to ask a question. It's about 80%. I want you to tell me what you feel about it, or what you think about it. 80% of family problems require money to solve. What do you think? Is it true?
Very true. At the current situation,
having been in a family dynamics for 5 years, what do you think about that?
It is very true, because to be very honest, without money you cannot discuss much, because everything requires money. Of course, there's that true love you have for one another. I cannot have true love for her and she needs to go for to hairdressing, she needs to go for to do her hair.
Atakula mapenzi.
Atakula nini? Mapenzi ndio atakula. Ya pili, the bills that needs to be paid. We cannot look at her, you know what? In any, everything, 80%, in fact, it's supposed to be 90%. It requires finances. And without finances, you cannot do, because you cannot live kwa kichaka. You are like, or rather, you are living in a very shoddy place. You are like, what, I love you so much. You know, our relationship, Mungu atatoa tu. Rent needs to be paid. School fees needs to be paid.
Food
her to look good and you appreciate her. Yeah, food itself, which is a basic thing. I don't just sit there and wait. You know what? Sasa tomato hakuna, kitunguu hakuna, so tutakunywa maji tulale. That is money that is needed.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to bump in some money to, because even those dates you go for, like, you know what, we need to go, maybe we need to go somewhere at least for a cup of coffee, dinner, and all that. Spoil kidogo. It's money
to keep the fire.
So burning. There is that thing where money it's needed. Money plays a bigger part in the relationship, even in love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I think, yes, money will determine where you live, what kind of, transportation you use, where you go to the hospital, or where your kids are born. You see, but I feel like money will get you all this good stuff. But for example, it will buy you a bed and a good mattress, but it cannot buy you sleep. Sure. So there's a balance.
You sure?
As much as, yes, you need money to live a good life, but also you need to know how to balance it off. So anyway.
But at some level, people misuse it for purposely to, I think, because people they can take advantage of it, yeah. Because of course you could be having money, can be doing everything, all that you're saying. But at some level, people, like, for example, there's somewhere a friend of mine used to tell me, maybe okay, they had issues with finances, and I think the wife used to provide a little bit more than him, as much as his financial levels never used to allow him reach the, so I can borrow money in the intention whereby, when borrowing, that means I need to return.
Yeah.
It's me like, baby, help me some money, and I do blah blah, I want to do blah blah, and then eventually he doesn't return.
Oh, he's borrowing from the wife.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to do 1, 2, 3 things that he needs to do, and clear up some other bills, and he doesn't return. So at some level, it becomes like you're manipulating. Even it's kind of way of, I don't know which word I can use, but it takes an advantage. Even the other person gets irritated and feels like, I think you're taking an advantage of me, as much as, of course, I'm your wife, but whenever you borrow money, you need to return. So there's some level where people take advantage of it. Yeah, money is good in a relationship based on how you borrow it from your person, or rather ask for your partner for you to use it for your own particular things that you need to do.
Okay. Yeah. So let's move on to another interesting question.
Okay.
Do you think, or in your relationship, did you ever always brought all the money that you're earning on the table and like, okay, this is my 100K, and your person also does the same? Or
good question.
How was that?
I think that one I can relate it to our father, our mother. They used to do those generations. Yeah, currently, okay, honestly, to be precise, I used to tell her this is what I'm earning, and she was honest to tell me this is what she's earning. But definitely, she never used to bring it on the table. And like, we discuss about what we're going to do and blah blah.
Okay.
Most of the things we need to discuss, what we used to discuss, is like, this is the project we have. For example, we needed to build a house. How much was it required for us to put into for that consideration to build a house? This is how much. How much are you earning? How much can we borrow as a loan? Also, you bring yours from the other side. We see how we can construct the house, because of course that's a big input that's required. So we used to be open.
Okay.
We used to be open enough, especially to our financial. That is salary.
Yeah, whatever you're getting.
Whatever she used to get and what I used to get, and then from there we could put things into order.
Okay. So in my own relationship, we didn't we did not like openly say this is like the amount that I'm earning and this is what I'm getting, because he's in self-employment and I was employed.
Yeah.
I'm still but I own my own business. So anyway, so what we used to do is we had like a percentage. For him, he would chuck in 80% of, I don't know, like of what,
Of whatever.
but it was like the biggest amount that was brought on the table. And then the 20% was from my side, which was basically for, assisting, because I felt like I want to
input was key.
To put my input
to show that I'm also committed in this particular project or this particular.
It wasn't to show I am committed. I'm, it wasn't for the show, but yeah. So that was just it.
Yeah, I think in a normal circumstance for me to comment on the issue of openness, especially to finances in a relationship, is always good because it will help one party, or rather the two of you, because you are like one. Once already we are in a relationship, you're one. To know to manage, even to manage the finances becomes easy, because you could be in a certain, there could be things that are needed more, maybe they need more money, and maybe the level of money, whatever you're earning, could not be reaching to whatever that is required to be done. It will be easier to be discussed.
Okay. So between you and your partner, who is a more, who is more financially, it's good with money when it comes to?
Definitely it's her.
Oh, wow.
Definitely it's her. For me, a man.
All right. So I think it's a women thing.
I had a problem. She was a pillar. She was really, by the way, she's very up to now, and that one I'm for sure. For the time we've been all three all together up to now, we communicate, by the way. We are in good terms. Just that there are things that I can't discuss here now.
Of course.
She is a good financial advisor
and a manager of the money, right?
Everything.
Okay.
Every coin, every shilling, there's a way she puts things in order. She's like, you know what, this is for this, and she's very strict. And like me, like, are
you a spender?
Let's do this. No. It all depends.
Okay.
It all depends.
You know, just flash money.
No.
Anyhow.
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah. So there's this saying that says, if women want a traditional man, they should also be a traditional woman. A traditional man is a man who like takes responsibility for money. He will do everything. The man who will sit there and say, don't pay for any bill in this house. I'm the man. I'm going to take care of that. So them also, they expect a woman to be a traditional woman. The one who cooks and serves the husband. What do you think about that?
I don't think it is. For me, I look at some level it oppresses the other party, and it feels like is a controlling. Okay, livable. Okay, I don't know how we can perceive it, but it's as much as I am being the breadwinner, rather I'm the man.
Your provider.
She has a say in finances. Her input matters a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, finances. Well, of course, they can be there, but there are some controls where she knows how to manage the money. So it is a two-way traffic.
Okay.
There's this project that I need to do. She needs to come with her input.
Right.
Remember, for me, I take her to be like she's the house. She's the house. As much as you are living on the structure, but she's the house. Without her, the house cannot run well. And then my part is to like, well, of course, give some input, and and if there's anything that basic needs to be put, I have to come in. Whereby even finances, because the way, like for example, I've said it earlier on, she knows how to manage her finances well. So I give it her all. Like, you know what, there are things that needs to be done. What do you think? How much can be used for this? And for me also, it's a two-way traffic. In short.
Okay.
It's a two-way traffic.
Do you think that there are money decisions that you as a man need to make without involving your person?
Okay.
Yeah. Are there?
Not at all.
Okay. While you're thinking about it, for me, let me talk about it. What I think is, if like my person is someone who has his own businesses.
Yes.
So if it's something that is business related,
Yeah.
he can do that. But if it's something that is involving us, unless he's buying a house that is eventually going to surprise me, oh babe,
Yeah.
we have a home. See,
Yeah.
but not anything else. I need to be involved.
So
For me, I feel like I need to be involved in everything.
it takes me back again.
Mm.
We are together, right?
Mm-hmm.
He needs to know everything. Of course, mwanaume inafikanga level unasema hii asijue. He leave it. You know, this is mine.
What is mine?
I mean, there are things you see like you never know, but what I know, that's how people say. I really can't say about it, but because I don't know, I can't really talk about because I have never been into it. But everything that involves money, she needs to know. That is how open it's supposed to be, because the finances, issue to do with money, at some level it breaks out that relationship. Because so hii pesa tuliweka hapa, how come? Now, unless of course you have your personal, because I say there are 3 accounts. You need to have your personal account, because there's a joint account and there's maybe your savings account.
Okay.
She needs to know, because all developments that happen in your life, because you are two, she needs to know.
Even when it comes to business, your own
of course,
businesses.
you need to tell. Yeah, you need to tell her. She needs to know that, you know what, I opened up a certain business. Asija akakuwa surprised, you know what is happening, how come you're doing other things, where is this money going for this kind of business? Because anything that comes in, she needs to know. Put yourself in this situation. God forbid, if things go haywire, or rather maybe you die, let's say for example, akufe, utakuwa unajua, like, you know, he had certain businesses.
So the money will
because you know he has a company, and maybe he's running a property company somewhere, and
that's just it.
Yet he had maybe, for example, a hardware. And then remember, that's business that he's doing that without you know your knowledge. He's employed someone there for you, you know, he's doing property management and other things. So you see, for her knowing, it's easier. In case of anything, maybe he's sick, falls sick, or something is hijacked, or rather he dies.
No. For me, when I meant that I don't want to know, I didn't mean that when you're making the major moves, you're like investing in bonds. You're putting millions in bonds.
Sorry to cut you short, but at some level, he has to know.
For me, I want to know. What I meant is, when you're firing someone in your office,
I don't know. I
don't know doing
those are, by the way, talks you have when you're having your holidays. By the way, babe, you know what happened? You know, this company, this lady was blah blah blah. I said, go, kuna chana na yeye. And then, you know, na kuna zile unasema, this one no need to.
Yeah, okay.
Those decisions within the company or whatever you are doing is a maybe a, by the way, maybe you want to contribute to that, or you know.
Yeah.
But they're basic things, but especially to do with finances, that both needs to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved the idea of the way you as a man, you like believe that men should share information about when it comes to money to their women. If they're investing in anything or wherever they're putting their money in, you feel like as a man, they should let their partner know.
This could be out of topic, but I think it should be added, especially to a relationship. Maybe it's business, yeah? If you're doing, let's say, your property management, you're doing your own business in property management, and he could be doing some other things. At some level, what do you think about him knowing your business and having an idea how it's done on you knowing? Okay. Because in some situation, you maybe needed your input. If anything's, or rather, depending on how it goes. But
it feels like money is so sensitive, and people are so, you know, it's like they're holding back information.
Mtu kuzaliwa pamoja, wacha kajue chenye anajua, and also know my own things.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so tricky.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that there's anything you want to add?
The only thing that I can say is the much as we could be in relationship based on how you take your partner to be, it's good to open the financial levels, and you know, and because those things help. When you go down, she could be there helping, because atakuwa anajua what is happening.
Okay.
At the same time, the other way around also.
All right. All right. Thank you for coming to the show and sharing with us all that wisdom.
Appreciate it so much.
Okay. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video till the end. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please, please, please subscribe and see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye. Love the show.